Hey everybody, it's Hollywood here with another episode of Underfunded, and today we're going to be doing some off-season stuff and kind of winterizing the car because we are in December. It's not really cold, but it's cold enough to be wearing a hoodie. Um, I'm getting ready to go on vacation with my lovely assistant who is behind the camera, and just trying to get some last-minute stuff done. I'm going to attempt to put the 50-inch axle underneath it today, and so stay tuned and enjoy. So one of the things we're going to be doing here to help winterize it is I'm going to be draining the oil out of the motor, and if there is any water left in it, as you can tell on our last racing episode, I pulled off early because it got hot. And I'm guessing when I pull this valve covers off, I'm going to probably see a lot of nasty. And but this engine's going to eventually be pulled. I don't know if I'm going to do that before I go on vacation or after, but it's going to be gone through completely. But today what we're going to do right now is I'm going to pull these valve covers off, and I'm going to loosen the tension on the valve springs. That way they're not constantly being pressed, and just kind of relieve the stress on them anyway. So if you come in here closer, we'll pull these off. Already got them, and as you can tell, look how nasty that is. We got white stuff all over it. Well, that's methanol, water, and oil. So I can only imagine what the pan's going to look like when we drain it. So yeah, they're nice. These are nice and shiny, and they're brand new. So we're just going to come up here, and as you can see, this valve is open because it's compressed compared to this one. So we're going to relieve that stress. Just by loosening these things. Okay, so that one's loose. That one's loose. Ah, this looks bad. The engine was running when I pulled it off, but I could, when I redo everything on the inside, I usually do the work myself. I'm not 100% sure if I'll send it off this year and have it done. Well, I say I do it myself. Usually I do it myself, but Corey Lane's dad does a bang up job on motors, and he's the one that actually found me the deal on this motor, and so I might send it back to him. Like this stuff, just to kind of to clear the air, this stuff happening right here is stuff I probably did wrong and was in a hurry, because the stuff he did seems to be solid. The heads went on there, he put the heads on, and the rotating assembly was already in there. He hooked the block up and everything like that, put everything on. The only thing I did is on the injection, and I'm pretty sure that this water port right here is our culprit to why this is all getting in here. And another video will most likely show that. But as you can see, these are all loose, all the valves. Oh, maybe not. As I was. Okay. So there's no valves that are compressed, or springs anyway, so we'll go over to the other side and do the same thing. Wow. So, you see that? That is not good. That right there is why our motor was running like crap. So, pick this up off the ground. And it kind of scored it up a little bit. Looks okay though. So we had a intake valve not opening. So it was probably, that's why it's full of fuel. But that's on me. I was in a hurry. Sometimes you gotta slow down. Slow down to go faster, they say. I can't believe that. That's embarrassing. Yeah, so I'm not doing this motor again. So I'll send it off. Make sure she's done right. I'll just focus on the driving. And just so I know, feel free to comment in there what would cause that, because like I said, that's on there. So it literally had to vibrate loose. I don't know. Man, that sucks. I can't believe that. But anyway, you live and you learn. Definitely gonna take these heads off now to see if there's any chunks or pieces inside that chamber. But anyway, so that's, my springs are relieved. So alright, so because we found that happening and as much crap sitting on top of these heads, I'm kind of intrigued what the oil looks like. It's probably going to be just as bad. It is what it is, but this is why we change our engine oil after every race. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and let it drain. Well, oil sits on top of water, so if this had a lot of water in it, it would be straight water. And then the oil would come out, but it looks like there's just a lot of methanol in there, which, that being an intake side, that means straight methanol was pumping in there. Or no, it wouldn't even be going in there. Probably going down in the intake, unless I'm just completely wrong, but it is late, so I'm allowed to be wrong sometimes. But I mean, it looks like I'm pouring vitamin D milk in there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Oh, we'll get you down in here. Yep, looks like good old vanilla milk. So, yeah, I'm not impressed, guys. Not impressed with myself at all. But, hey, like I said, you live and you learn. And like I said on the actual racing episode with everything that was going on, I said this won't happen again next year. So, expect us to come out hard next year. But anyway, while that's draining, we're going to go on to something else. Okay, so while that oil's draining, as you can tell looking down there, it's almost full. Might have to swap another pan. We're gonna go ahead and drain the water out and let it get drained. So here, loosen this. And like I figured, not a lot of water coming out of there. If it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have no luck at all, it seems like. So as you can see here with the oil, since it's almost done draining, you kind of see that's not right. Yep. But as you see, it's really white. So, well, as always next year. But anyway, so we're gonna be done pulling the radiator here. Alrighty, so the oil's for the most part done draining. There's still a little bit in the bottom of the pan, but that ain't gonna be no issue. Of course, the guy that gets my engine, aka Corey's dad, might not be happy with me if there's too much in there. We're gonna go ahead and seal that back up and cap that off there, and I'm gonna just set these valve covers back on. Here's why I'm not tightening back on, because I informed the owner, which is my dad, about that rocker arm, because let's face it, I'm underfunded. I can't afford rocker arms like that, but he had an extra set laying around, and so I informed him that was, and I think he might come over and look the next day or so and check it out. So I'm gonna leave those untied down at the moment, so that's all he's got to do is pull them off and look. But anyway, we're gonna leave off there for now. The next episode I'll probably do is we're gonna drain the tank, the fuel tank, and get those in the jugs and probably wash that out and dry it out and get it winterized, because I don't want that methanol sitting in there for a month. And then also in the same episode, we got to put this back on the car. It's a 50-inch axle. The one going there now is a 53 for the non-wing stuff, and the 50 inches for the winged. But because our first race is a winged race down at East Bay for the Winter Nationals, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of looking forward to it, even despite our bad luck last time we were there. If I remember correctly, it's a 4-day show, or at least a 3-day show, so I'm excited, and hopefully I haven't bored you guys enough so you'll stay tuned throughout the rest of the January and to that. So that being said, I think I'm gonna call it a night with what we've got done here. Alrighty everybody, so like I said, that's the end of this video. It's probably short and sweet, but the next episode we'll be changing the axle out and draining the fuel tank and showing the process of that. Also, I just want to tell everybody, you know, Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year if I don't get a chance or opportunity to say that again the rest of this year. But I should, but I like to mark things off in case I forget, you know. But anyway, looking at the dates here, Top Gun has their schedule out, and I'm checking right now. January 29th is practice day for Top Gun with a wing on it at East Bay. And then goes the 30th, 31st, and the 1st of February is going to be the Winter Nationals. So if you ain't got nothing better to do and want to see some racing in January, come on down. Should be a good show. Florida at the end of January and February is pretty much nothing but sprint cars around, and so if you're in town for the big shows like USAC or the World of Outlaws at Volusia or the All-Star Series over at Bubba's, and you got some extra time, come on down and see what the local guys do too. But anyway, until next time, I hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you next video.